Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to play with the new OpenAI O1 Preview, which was released a couple of days ago. As I mentioned, OpenAI O1 Preview was recently released to the public. Their website says O1 ranks in the 89th percentile on competitive programming questions. It places among the top 500 students in the US in a qualifier for the USA Math Olympiad, and exceeds human PhD-level accuracy on a benchmark of physics, biology, and chemistry problems. On OpenAI's website, they show a video of this new model creating the game of Snake. Snake is a genre of action video games where the player maneuvers the end of a growing line, often themed as a snake. Those are amazing results, but I wanted to try using the model for myself. I've seen videos on YouTube that shows people creating pictures, using sound on the oscilloscope. I'm curious if O1 would be able to do something similar in HTML and JavaScript. I used the legacy chat GPT-4 to create prompts, and I'm curious on how O1 responds. First, I want to try using ChatGPT-4. I entered the prompt, and it generated HTML and JavaScript code that for the most part did something, but not what I was expecting. Going to my Linux machine, I created a new folder and saved the code as a HTML file. As you can see, I have been testing a lot of code that ChatGPT has generated. I'm using Python to create a small web server to make it a little easier to run the provided code. In the Python command, just have to specify what you want to run, and on what port. Here's the website it generated. For the most part, it has all the elements I was expecting. I also liked the amount of instructions it provided. I created a very basic stick figure to test with. When I browse and select the file, it provides a preview of the image, and if I click play, it does generate sound, but the download button does not work. Going back to my chat, I let it know the message I get when I click download, and ask it to generate new code that adds the download feature. I created a new file and loaded the updated code in the browser. The page looks about the same, but still having issues with the download button. Going back to chat again, I provide an update of my testing. It thinks it knows what the issue is, and provides updated code that it thinks should ensure the download button works as expected. I saved the brand new code and browsed to the latest version. I'm still able to browse and select my file. But still the download button is broken. When I click on it, nothing happens. I give ChatGPT a very basic update, just saying it still does not work, and again it thinks it knows what the issue is. It provides new code with some changes that it thinks will help resolve the issue. Again, I copy and save the updated code to a new file, and browse to the latest version of the page. Up to this point, the play button has worked without issue. When I click play, it does generated sound, but not sure if it produces the desired results. But with this version of the code, I no longer hear any sound. But the download button finally works. But I don't have an easy way to check to see if the WAV file works, so I go back to chat and ask it if it can update the code to create a virtual oscilloscope on the page, so I can see the image. It says it can do it and provides brand new code, and it does provide a new area to view the image, but it's still not what I was expecting. I can now see the wave, but still expecting to see my stick figure I created. I ask if it could create a XY oscilloscope so I can see the image that I uploaded. Again, it says it can make the needed changes, and goes into details on what it needs to change and why. And again, it provides some new code for me to try. After saving and trying the new page, it's starting to get closer to what I'm expecting, but still not seeing my stick figure as expected. I feel like it's really close to providing what I asked for, so I thought maybe I was doing something wrong, or something it was not expecting. I go back and ask what resolution the picture should be, and it provided recommendations for the image resolution and size. My stick figure image meets the recommendations. I then gave it the image I was using and told it the updated code is not drawing the image on the oscilloscope. It updated one of the functions, but after updating the function, still having issues with the code it was providing. This is the 7th version of the code. Not what I was hoping for. Okay, now it's time to look at the new O1 model. I give it the same prompt as before, and this time it generates 2 files after thinking for a few seconds. It gives me separate HTML and JavaScript files. I save these 2 files and then use a browser so I can test this new code. In the very first code it gave me, everything seems to be working correctly. I can play, stop, and download the sound. But I want to add the virtual oscilloscope to this page. Going back, I ask it to update the code so I can visualize what the sound would look like on oscilloscope. And trying this new code, I was amazed to see how close it was to creating the stick figure image. Here I overlay the picture I provided the page. I wanted to see if I can get better results. So I go back one final time and ask if it could improve the image it produces. And only after 3 prompts, here is what I was hoping for, it's drawing the image out. I'm not sure if this would work on a real oscilloscope, but these are great results. So comparing the two, O1 did a lot better job providing working code. I got what I needed only after 3 attempts. It is amazing how fast this technology has improved. O1 does a lot better job at reasoning and creating code than older models. Also, if you would like the code it did generate, please comment below and I will upload it to GitHub. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from Datazation. Got any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.